Alright, time to do an updated version of my Nintendo Switch game collection. It grew a lot since 2022, so kicking things off here, we have ARMS. Not much more to say, this game is pretty great. Love the cast of characters. Min for the win-win. Yeah, you know the deal. Like, it's pretty fun, but nobody really talks about it much. BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. This game is surprisingly good. I mean, yeah, it crosses over BlazBlue, Persona 4 Arena, Ruby, and even Under Night in Birth. So many great ideas. And so many great characters, even though I haven't actually bought all the DLC yet. Capcom Fighting Collection, this is my first new pickup since the last video. Yep. It has all the Darkstalker games, all the Hyper Street Fighter 2, which is pretty cool, Red Earth, Super Gem Fighter, Cyberbots, and Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. That one's pretty fun, not gonna lie. They're all pretty good, but you know. If I had to pick one, yeah, I'm gonna go with Puzzle Fighter, because that's actually kind of a unique concept. Cruise & Blast. Not much to say about this except for the fact that it is a beautiful port of the arcade game. Man, so great. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R. I mean, it's a good fighting game. I'm not too familiar with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but I know it is like one of Shonen Jump's literal powerhouses, alongside like Dragon Ball and Naruto and stuff, so yeah. From what I played of it, it's pretty great. And we have Kill la Kill, the game, IF. Yeah. This is definitely one of the coolest fighting games ever in terms of style. It looks just like the anime. It has a killer storyline, and it's just so good. I don't even have words to describe it. And we have Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. I love this game. I love it on the Wii. I love it on the Switch. Oh my god, this game is absolutely amazing. And the sand and mech abilities, definitely some of my favorites in the whole entire Kirby lineage. So good. Star Allies. It's a Kirby game. That's what it is. It's a Kirby game. It's not too bad, though. People like to rip on this to the ends of the earth, but it's just a Kirby game. Like, you're not breaking any news saying the game is terrible, when in reality, it's just fine. We have Mario Golf Super Rush, or Mario Golf Super Rushed. Eh? Okay, that joke is terrible. Free content / fix-it-later updates aside, this is actually a very, very good golf game. Like, especially, you know, for the Mario Golf series, like, the controls are great. The roster is decent, but, you know. Yeah. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, we are getting Pauline, and we are probably also getting either Diddy or Nabbit in the final wave of the Booster Course Pass. Funky fans, please learn to take an L for once. You Mario Kart Wii fans have actually been eating so well with all the cool tracks coming. Whew. Now that I got that out of my system, this game is awesome. Mario Party Superstars. It's pretty amazing. Surprisingly. Like, you wouldn't think now that's what I call Mario Party game, essentially, would be that much more interesting compared to, like, the individual games, but they found a way to make it good. They found a way. And then Mario Tennis Aces. Yeah, it's a pretty shallow game, but at least there's a tournament mode and a very good roster of characters compared to Super Rush. So, yeah. Can't complain too much, though. Just wish Nintendo would stop with the fix-it-later approach crap, because that just gets annoying. Metroid Prime Remastered. I actually picked this up on a whim and thought to myself, hey, you know, I might actually try to enjoy this game. And from what I've played of it so far, this is actually pretty fun. Granted, I'm stuck on the second level, but hey, still a very, very, very awesome kind of game. Yeah. Really awesome. Not being sarcastic, I genuinely like this game. Even though I'm like an hour into it. Namco Museum Arcade Pack, I mean, this is like one of the essential, like, I feel like if I own any console that it's on, I'm like contractually required to have a Namco museum for it. And well, this has a lot of good stuff. You got Pac-Man Championship Edition, Pac-Man Championship Edition 2, Pac-Man Versus, and like a bunch of other Namco greats. Galaga, Dig Dug, Tank Force, all the goats are there. And then, oh god, this one's going to be so bad and toxic. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. How does the... Okay, riddle me this, guys. How does a community... Okay, how do I put this? Like, how is it that a fighting game based, or a platform fighter based on Nickelodeon has one of the most toxic fan bases in the world? Oh my actual, factual goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna rant about this really quick, so be warned. The sequel is coming out, and should I be hyped? Probably. Are we getting good new characters? Yeah, we're getting LT Gray, Ember, Plankton fighting in a giant robot, Jimmy Neutron. But at the same time, you mentioned the Loud House to any fans who are 90s kids, they basically want you dead. That's just terrible. We need fair treatment for all Nickelodeon fans, dang it. Hashtag all Nick fans matter. And also ban pedophiles from the Loud House fandom because it just ruined the show for me. But yeah, the fans ruined this game for me, and I am hesitant on actually even buying the sequel when it comes out in November. Okay. Got a couple more Nick games to go through, so let's just go through them. Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2 Grand Prix. I do not have the first Kart Racers because it is a big steaming pile of garbage, but this is a pretty good improvement. Nothing too great, but hey, it is what it is. I just kind of wish the Loud House representation would stop just being Lincoln, Lucy, and Clyde. Did they learn their mistake in Nick Kart Racers 3? No, they didn't. It's still Lincoln, Lucy, and Clyde. Like, why is Lucy the only Loud sister that gets to be playable? Like, can't we have Luna, Luann, Lori, Lenny? Come on, Game Mill. Ugh. I feel like this is like a rant all in itself. Again, they are trying just to please 90s kids here when they should be pleasing all fans of Nickelodeon. Kind of feels unfair when you think about it. Okay, now that I've gotten that little mini Nickelodeon game rant out of the way, here's Pac-Man Museum Plus, which at the time of the original video I did was actually the most recent pickup I got. But hey, I've picked up other games since, like Cruise and Blast, Capcom Fighting Collection, Metroid Prime Remastered, and a few more you'll be seeing later in the video. But yeah, this has like Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man, like basically all the Pac-Man titles that you would expect, including both arrangement games, which are all awesome. Yep, and we have Pac-Man World Repack, a great remake of Pac-Man World for the PlayStation 1. Oh, it's such a good game. I mean, they had to corporately sanitize it and call Ms. Pac-Man Pac-Mom because of all the legal garbage, but still, very, very, very good remake. I absolutely love it, and hopefully they do a Pac-Man World 2 repack. I'm not holding my breath on that, but it would be nice? Question mark? Anyhoozle. Pokken Tournament DX, one of my earliest Switch games, actually. I think this might have actually been one of the first games I ever picked up for the thing. But yeah, so good. A lot of fun Pokemon to pick from. I always tend to use Decidueye because I actually grinded him all the way out to level 100. And I'm actually trying to do the same with Machamp, but, I mean, come on. Decidueye is just awesome. Like, as soon as I saw that he was playable, now, I don't play the main Pokemon games, but I do like Decidueye. Kind of wish he was in Smash Brothers over Incineroar, but, hey, Incineroar is still pretty epic. Then we have Sega Genesis Classics, just a compilation of old Sega games. Like, what do I even need to say? But still, you get all 3 Streets of Rage, you get Virtual Fighter 2, you get Revenge, you get all the Shinobi games, you get Space Harrier 2, like, lots of good stuff. That, you know, if I actually had an actual Genesis, I'm not going to lie, I would probably base most of my collection choices off of this compilation, because it is really good. Like, Really good. Then we have Skullgirls, a second encore. Oh, this game is so fun, even though I have not played it in a very, 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 very long time. But still, the hand-drawn 2D animated fighting action is just so good. Then we have SpongeBob: A Cosmic Shake. I picked this up back in January, or maybe even no, I think it was February. Around the time it actually came out, and yeah, beat this game in 2 sessions. Very, very cool. Love the references, and just the fact that they brought Prawn back, but this time as a pirate, that's just great. Great to see a Battle for Bikini Bottom original character came back in another SpongeBob game. And we have Stern Pinball Arcade, literally the first game I bought with my Switch, and as a result, it has never left my collection. It's got some pinball simulations of, let's see, Star Trek, AC/DC, Ford Mustang, Harley Davidson, The Last Action Hero, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, which is a Robert De Niro movie from 1994, Starship Troopers, High Roller Casino, Ripley's Believe It or Not, Phantom of the Opera, and freaking Ghostbusters. And I've actually played the Ghostbusters pinball machine in real life. It's awesome. And it's just, well, not quite as awesome in this game, but still. If you like pinball, this is what you pick up. We got Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. I'm a pretty big fighting game fan. Though it is a shame when Nintendo consoles kind of get the table scraps of the FGC. Oh, so what if the Switch is underpowered? Who cares? Oh, and this game has the original Street Fighter on it. Yay! Yeah, you can kind of tell that the original Street Fighter is bad, but everything else on here, really freaking awesome. Street Fighter 3 is awesome. The Alpha series, I personally prefer Alpha 3. They're all great. And of course the God knows how many iterations of Street Fighter 2. So awesome. You know, Streets of Rage 4. I was actually just playing this on my Switch before shooting this video. And man, do I ever love this game. Huge fan of beat-em-ups, and it's just like... Yeah, the fact that there's a Streets of Rage game out on modern platforms that isn't just a simple reskin or remake or re-release of the older titles is just beautiful. And yeah, it's so fun. Like, I haven't even had much to say. It's just that good. Then we have Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Yeah. This is a pretty good game. I have not even touched Bowser's Fury because, you know, open world games kind of bore me, but I had 3D World on Wii U, and I loved it. And I still love it. Even though the green stars are sneakily or jerkishly placed in some cases, but hey, it is what it is. And we get to the big one. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Oh boy. What can I say about this game that hasn't been said already? Except for the fact that Steve is the biggest wasted character slot in the DLC, and it should have been Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, at that point, it's been almost 3 years. At this point, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse by saying that. But this game is still awesome. It's Smash Brothers. Like, the definitive platform fighter. And it's just... Okay, how do I even describe how good this game is? It's just way too good for its own good. We have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. Now this is a game I totally enjoy, purely for the fact that it's a TMNT game, but it's also a TMNT game that is the first good one in over, like, I don't know, when did Tournament Fighters come out? Yeah, 1994, almost 30 years. So amazing. I always use Donatello, and I also bought the DLC, so yeah, the DLC is pretty fun, but the survival mode is a big pain in the butt. But yeah, I always use Donatello. Though I have been mixing it up and using Splinter from time to time. And also Raphael. Anywho, keeping in the Turtles theme, we've also got the Cowabunga Collection, which gathers up together all 13 games released when the 80s cartoon was on the air from 1989 to 1994. You get all the versions of Tournament Fighters, you get the NES games. you get the Turtles in Time arcade and TMNT arcade, and you also get the Game Boy games, and Turtles in Time SNES, which is the better version of the game, despite the fact that Slash is one of the hardest bosses in the entire thing. Wow, I just ran on like that. But yeah, very, very great collection, totally tubular, and the Hyperstone Heist, it's also pretty fun. Granted, it's a lot longer than say, Turtles in Time, but still, it's worth it. We have House of the Dead remake. Yeah, it's a simple remake, but I mean, it's also pretty freaking awesome. It's also cool that Sega is actually allowing other studios to tap into their IPs, whether it's for remakes or new games, like with Streets of Rage, whether it's for new games like Streets of Rage, or, in this case, a remake for House of the Dead. I have not played this in an arcade, but man, just playing it on a TV, this game is still really, really fun. And we have the Rumblefish 2. Yeah, just a random little fighting game made by Dimps, the people who made Sonic Advance 2. Very, very awesome. Very, very, very fun. And the characters actually take battle damage. Yeah, that's pretty neat. There we got Them's Fightin' Herds, a quadrupedal fighting game. Yeah, not much more to say. It's just really, really awesome. And it has an amazing voice cast, like Tara Strong and Patrick Seitz, for example. And finally, the second game I picked up for Switch, Ultra Street Fighter 2, The Final Challengers. It's a Street Fighter 2 game, yeah, but it has Evil Ryu and Violent Ken. And it's so awesome. Anyways, that's going to do it for this collection video. Till then, or till the next video, out.